an encounter. The Lord led me, sir, to fast for 6 months. And I was fasting 21 days every month. I will rest for 9 days. I will fast, and I was praying. That was when I now understood the politics that govern the realm. In the 6th month, I laid in my room. A being came out of the wall. I didn't know there were many doors in the house. A naked woman walked out of the door with a red apron. When I looked up, I saw that the head of the woman was a man. That was when I knew it was the spirit of perversion. That was when I knew the powers that held men down from Benue is the power of perversion. So you find people doing terrible things that violate God's ordinance, and so they cannot rise. I saw that vision. I struggled. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. That was when I also realized that by strength shall no man prevail. The race is not to the swift. The battle is not to the strong. It's of the Lord that showed mercy. When I struggled and it wasn't working, I said, Lord, have mercy on me. Light came and struck that being. That was the beginning of my journey. At another time, I had a vision. 2 beings entered my room. One had about 10 horns. The other one was like a dead man that was dug from the grave. And as I stood before them, the word disappeared. I saw myself in my village. I now knew that if you like, go to America. If God has not exalted you, America will be your village. You took a 14 hours flight in the natural. In the spirit, you are walking like this. You will see that your room is still your village. The beings were there. And God told me, the powers that they wield is fourfold. He said, womanizing, lying, alcoholism, and pride. He said, if you kill these things, they will have no authority over you. What is going on here? And I kept fasting and praying. Fasting and praying. Another time, I laid in my room. As I opened my eyes, the whole wall was littered with eyes. So they were monitoring me from wherever they were, whether in the water or from the desert. They were watching. And as God was showing me, it was graduating. It was graduating. Until one day, I had another encounter. When the breakthrough came, I was sick and dying. I laid on the bed, and a being came and sat by me and said, because I live, you shall see tomorrow. Immediately, a black object walked out of my body. That was the end of sickness. Because I used to be weak. And if you are weak, how can you prosecute destiny? After that, I had another encounter. I was in the middle of consciousness and subconsciousness, like a trance. And an old man entered my room. And the Bible opened and began to open. Pages were opening. Pages were open. And it was like light was entering me. Light was entering me. I didn't know I was being cooked for influence. Light was entering me. I left that encounter. I began to say things that I didn't study. Sometimes I hear my message and I'm wondering, where did you read this from? Even me, I don't know. As we are just talking, the realms are open.